All right, I'm not gonna do, it's not a review, but it's kind of what I do in, for cold weather, you know, just outerwear, what I do, and some things that I do to it specifically kind of tailor fit it to, with the prepping mindset and being prepared and self-sufficient and things. But, you know, with the cold, the way it's been, everything here in the country lately, the whole country is in a deep freeze. So, you know, we all turn to keeping warm, our minds keeping warm, and to just, you know, being prepared for being outdoors and things like that. So one of the things, and this is just daily life right here for me, what I do on a daily basis and have it ready to go. And it's got to do with this jacket. This is a United States military, Gortex jacket. It's windproof, waterproof, all that. This is the Gen 1. They have the Gen 3 out now. And I also did a review on those and compared the two together. I actually do not have the Gen 3 anymore, the multicam. I love multicam, you know, the type of pattern and everything, and the jacket was a great jacket. But however, it did not have features in it that I would like to use. And but I mean, an overall fantastic jacket, but I actually traded it off a while back for some other stuff. But I kept this one because this is kind of what I wanted. One is that this one has pockets. The Gen 3 did not have pockets. It had two zippers up on the chest where you can just open it and reach into for your uniform, you know, because it's a military jacket. So they were at an angle, and the military pockets are at angles. So you reach in there and you get them. Anyway, which was cool. But I'm not always wearing that, you know. I'm not always wearing something like that. So, but this actually has pockets where I can store things, and that's one of the things that I wanted in a jacket. And this one right here actually is a double lined. It's thicker. The other one was just a complete shell. That was it. Fantastic. But this one here is extra thick. It's got some options. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. One of the things is on this jacket, like I said, that I preferred to have, is that it has pockets. It has two outside pockets where I can keep items that I need, you know, gloves, hat, whatever, which I do have a hat in here. But one of the things is that I was talking to a guy that we're subscribed to each other. His name is Jack Pumpkin, and he has one of these. And what he does, and we were messaging back and forth, you know, some comments back and forth on a video of his, is that he puts this right here, this jacket. What's great about it is, you know, you got your snow flap, wind flap, but it has this opening back here. And it's, you know, it goes all the way down. There's quite a bit of room in there. It goes all the way up to the hood. Now, what he does is he puts a whoopee in there. A whoopee, if you don't know what that is in the military, it's a poncho liner. It's a quilted poncho liner. It's kind of basically something like the liners that go into a jacket, you know. So, which is a great idea for extra warmth and things like that, because this jacket alone is great for when it's not that cold out. But when it's cold as it is right now, it is 21 degrees, and it's getting ready to go dark completely, and it's already cloudy, so it's going to get a lot colder. But what I have would be a great idea. Plus, it's a good storage place, you know. I mean, to keep an extra layer on you, is I have that shemagh, and it can fit in there really well and lay flat and not bunch up on you. And there's an extra little layer, plus you got something that can keep you warm in there, you know. And if you need to pull it out, use it on your head and your face, wrap it up, there you go. You can do that. Now, one of the things that I liked about this jacket too is that right here in the zipper, right here between the zipper and the inside liner of it, there are, both sides are like this. There is a pocket right here, and it's actually, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a pretty large pocket right there. So it's a fairly large pocket. So you can put all kinds of stuff in there. You can even put one of these in there if you wanted to. Keep yourself lined up, you know, warmed up with it. Insulate your jacket. Panhandle Prepper did an excellent video today on hot hands and keeping yourself warm during the wintertime. So I recommend go checking him out, because he has first-hand knowledge and use of using hot hands in the field, because he used to work oil field, and you know, like he said in his video, oil field runs 365, 7 days a week, all year round, all temperatures. So, you know, those guys, they know how to keep warm. They keep themselves warm. They figure out ways to do it, learn from each other. But he had a great video on that, Panhandle Prepper. But, I mean, you could even put leaves in there if you needed to pad that to keep warm. What I do, of course, let me take this off real quick and get cold here, is that layers is the key. You know, layers are the key. So what I've done is, this is an LL Bean. Let's see, it's a Polar Tech, I believe. Polar Tech, yeah. And it's just a fleece lined jacket, but also what I've done is I've taken some of those military buttons off some other stuff, I've sewed in this liner. This is actually a military liner, Army liner. I have an old field jacket, old M65 field jacket. And those two together, I have them buttoned in there so they won't slide around and everything. I even have them buttoned in the sleeves, and they won't slide around. And it keeps me warm with this. It actually just keeps me warm without this right now. But I do have an extra liner that sometimes I will put over this entire thing if it's extremely cold, like it has been. But I haven't used it yet this year because I just haven't been outside much in the cold lately. I will use that with this. So, but I'm just saying, there's all kinds of options. But one of the things is that I wanted to show too is that, like I said, here in the last few weeks, you know, it's been so cold and everything, and everybody's minds have turned to this. There's been several good channels that have talked about how to stay warm, being prepared for the cold, everything like that. One is Panhandle Prepper, like I said. I will put a link to his channel so you can go check out it. He's done several videos on this, and he's got a great channel overall, general good stuff. I mean, just good stuff overall. I mean, he does a lot of stuff, and a good guy. And then there's Huples Cat. He's Canadian, so he's up there in Canada, so they get extremely cold up there compared to my area in Oklahoma. While it's 21 degrees here, it's probably minus 11 there, you know, so right at this point. So who knows? But he works at a hospital, so he's, you know, sees a couple of things that we don't, you know, see on our daily lives, because he's there to see things. So, and he's got a great channel. He talks about all that kind of stuff with the hypothermia and things like that. He's done several good videos on that, several good videos, and he tells it like it is as well. And like I said, I was talking to Jack Pumpkin about this jacket and things like that. So there's, you know, there's those three guys, you know, they got some pretty cool channels. Go check them out, and all of them deserve more subs than they've got, because they're just fantastic channels, knowledgeable and very helpful with things. But one of the things I like to do, there's been a lot of talk about fire kits and things lately, and fire stuff. There's a pocket on this sleeve. What I do, where I have this, when I have this coat, I have this with me at all times. I keep a little bit of paracord. I keep a little bit of fat wood, a couple of fat wood sticks, a couple pieces of birch bark in there. I also got some Maya dust, scrapings from fat wood, some shavings off some pine. I also have a couple little pieces of fat wood, a little piece of paper in there if I need to burn it, and a pretty good size cotton ball, Vaseline cotton ball. Lighter. Got to keep a lighter. Also keep a little pocket knife in this jacket. Pencil. That was actually in there when I bought the jacket. So I just kept it in there. And then, of course, just one of these little UST ferro rods, you know. Yeah, so not as nice as the big ones, but however, and I always keep gloves in my pockets too. These are like military, I think they're mechanics gloves. They're leather lined on the end, they're leathered on the outside of a fleece jacket, or a fleece hand glove, you know. So I mean, really nice. Those were given to me. I think they're Air Force. They work fantastic. I've even grabbed a hot log with this, coal burning log, and tossed it over, you know. Didn't burn my hands at all. But like I said, with those big pockets that you have on the inside, you can carry something like this. There's all kinds of uses for that. So, you know, because this thing, you know, the one I use most of the time, it ain't gonna fit in there. But like I said, this is something that I have on me all the time. Just to be prepared, you know, and be ready for anything. Because if I'm going somewhere, you know, I'm not always taking my pack with me, which I should. I should always do that. I should always just have one in my vehicle in general. But if I'm just going somewhere with a friend, anything, you know, where I'm just going to the store, we're going to somebody's house and we're taking it, you know, going to be gone for a little bit and going a distance, I have this stuff on me at all times. You know, so this stuff, like I said, it's just like basically a little fire kit, little kit. I, you know, got some stuff together, and it works. You know, it'll be there when I need it. And I have it all ready. I've got the knife, got the fire steel, got a lighter, several types of tinder. So there we go. And it all fits in this little pocket on my sleeve. And it's not really too heavy or too bulky. So very cool. Lots of options for this jacket. And being Gortex, it's waterproof, rainproof, windproof, all that. And I paid $5 for this thing at a resale shop, and it was in fantastic condition. This is actually my second year of using it. Awesome jacket, and it works good, and I will probably buy another one sometime in the future, you know, a brand new one off eBay if I can, because that's where a lot of them are, or some, you know, Army surplus store or something. So anyway, there's my video, and go check out Panhandle Prepper, Huples Cat, Jack Pumpkin. Those guys have they've been doing a lot on talking about staying warm and preparing for the cold and being out in it and doing things like that. So, you know, Panhandle Prepper was talking about, you know, hot hands in his last video. These pockets, you know, you can put hot hand pocket, you know, pouches in there and keep yourself warm with them, because there's multiple pockets on the inside and on the outside, and all that. So you know, with the back sleeve that's in there, you know, those hot hands, they don't make them just little for your hands. You know, they make them bigger size too, where they're for your back and things like that, and they're a little bit bigger. So you can slide one of those in there too, or slide them in, one on each side of those pockets. Boy, you'd probably be burning yourself out with them, but you know, better than freezing to death. Anyway, there we go. Keep it heavy, everybody, and Happy New Year.